you have to be honest on the internet, and especially as a business. I think as an individual, you can be whoever you want to be. But when you're brick and mortar, and at the end of the day, you can walk through those doors and you can, participate. If you're not being honest and authentic, then you'll get called out pretty quick, and everything you're trying to create online, it won't matter because they'll take you down. So we try to go through every day and be as honest as we can. And there's a line, not everybody agrees with how we do things. Not everybody agrees with the bands we pick. Not everybody agrees with our prices. But, we just find like we're 90%, transparent. And then there's 10% that we just have to keep because maybe that's our own secret sauce, or maybe that's just stuff that doesn't need to be talked about. But as long as we're 90% there, I think that we're going to end up in the right place. I think there's two things about the Roxy and its history. When we started social, we were talking to young people. We weren't talking to people who probably had come to the Roxy before. So we actually stayed away from talking about our history or how legendary we were. Never really posted old YouTube footage or brought up shows that might have happened until we kind of hit this critical mass where we felt like now we can reintroduce who we are. And we already have those fans that know the history of the Roxy, but this new fan base that we were trying to appeal to, they wanted to know about last night. They wanted to know about last week or next week. They didn't care that Neil Young was opening night or the Clash played a midnight show and they tore the curtain down. Because they were not connected to the brand yet. But once they felt like they were part of the brand and they were part of that community, reintroducing the history of the Roxy was one of the best things that we have done online, because we post something that's some classic concert or a poster or a ticket, and they can't believe that it happened at the Roxy. But it's funny, if I would have done that on day one, they would have been like, oh, that's my parents' place, or that place is old. So it was moving it from being an old kind of story to more of a, that they could understand that it was legendary because they kind of went through something themselves. Maybe they didn't come to the venue, but they saw what kind of shows were happening. They saw what kind of conversation was happening. And then reintroducing that old footage really got them excited. The Roxy definitely finds itself in a position of a curator now. And I don't know if that's what we thought we were getting on the internet for. I think we thought we were getting on to advertise our shows. But we quickly found out that we were a place that people were looking to see what's cool, and it started in music. And then we realized, well, what if we just go out one more level? What's that next level? And it was art. It was our neighbors, our community. And so we were able to take that curation from just about music and then start pushing other things to people. And we noticed that they really, really connected with that. So we do think of ourselves as a curator today, and we hope that people come to the Roxy every morning to find something new, to answer a question, to be a part of their daily lives as someone that's bringing interesting content to them. I always say that everything we do online is for offline. Really, I don't think anything we do, I don't need people to sit on their computers. I need them to activate. I need them to go do something. I need them to come to a show. I mean, at the end of the day, we're a business and we need people to come here and buy tickets and drink and have a good time and tell their friends. But we do a lot of work to build these shows up. The internet's a great place to kind of create that excitement around an event, but it will never mean anything if that event doesn't happen offline. There's a reason that we probably haven't found streaming yet, and why we don't stream shows, because I personally can't tell you that I've watched more than 2 shows live online. It's just, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you're not being bumped into, you're not, you don't feel the energy from the crowd, and that's something that you can only get live. And luckily we're in a business, I'm not in a printing shop where I'm like, come into my amazing printing shop. We're in the Roxy, and there's amazing bands on, and there's real live energy happening every night. So it is important to get them off the computer and in the door.